Welcome back. Looks like Rudy and Carence are talking in their room. Let's take a look. Rudy and Carence seem to be having a very heated discussion about something. That's interesting. I bet we're gonna have to spy with them. What the hell was that? That wasn't me. It was the game. They seem to be drinking something. You think it's bourbon. And they seem to be smoking as well. Clarence's cigar sits in the ashtray. Always important to notice those things. Get out of here, young lady, now. You're not part of this discussion. Bug off. Sheesh, you don't have to be so rude about it. I don't feel like talking to you right now. This isn't the time or the place. Don't you get the message? This conversation ain't for you. Scram, will ya? Can we ask them about stuff? Clarence suddenly looks your way. Doesn't appear that he wants anything to do with you. Tell him about stuff. You must really think I'm stupid if you expect me to believe you again. Oh wait, I told him already. How about Wilbur then? Clarence suddenly look your way. Doesn't appear that he wants anything to do with you. Nobody wants to listen to me. Okay, then we'll just spy on you. Whatever. I don't even feel bad about doing this anymore. Everybody here is such an asshole. Who is this so-called director that Gloria's seeing now? Why I ought to punch his lights out for getting between me and my gal. Gloria was never your gal. Just because she went out with you a couple of times, you thought you owned her. Well, I got news for you, buddy. My sister doesn't need to settle for the likes of you. As a matter of fact, you were nothing but a mere dalliance for her. Dalliance? Huh! Why, you're the one who can't make a commitment to anyone. You're just trying to sink Gloria down to your lousy level. You ain't good enough to kiss the ground she walks on. You're nothing but a low-class jerk. Quit butting in between me and Gloria. This is none of your business. I'll handle it the way I want, and I won't be asking your permission. I'm warning you, Jack. If I see you near my sister again, I'll cut you up into little pieces and feed them to the dog. Got it? Yikes. Wow. Well, I guess if Clarence dies, we know who to blame. Clarence seems rather dead set on believing that he and Gloria are still a thing, which they're not. So, sucks to be him, I guess. Let's go through the top door. I don't think we've done that one yet. The secret panel closes behind you and leaves no trace. See? And actually, since I hadn't done that yet, this shouldn't have worked anyway. I'm confused. Because if you don't know they're there yet, the game doesn't let you do that. Rudy left, but Clarence is still here. He's sleeping. You know what happens to people who are sleeping in this house, Clarence? Clarence seems to be resting in his bed. I don't think you can talk to him. Clarence must be tired. Perhaps you ought to tiptoe out and leave him alone. This game does not understand tiptoe. I can't. I'll just have to walk out normally. Damn you, mouse cursor. Stay out of my way. That's what I want. Let's see. We actually haven't been up here yet, have we? The stairs lead to a third level of the house. There's a doorway in front of you, and another to the right. This appears to be the attic door. The door is locked from the other side. On the other side? There's no other way into the attic, is there? See what's over here, though. This must be Fifi's room. Although her room is in the attic, she has fixed it up nicely. That's kind of interesting. Fifi's in the attic while Jeeves is in the cellar. And Rudy's here. I'm betting that's something that Fifi doesn't want. Also, it's 9:45 now. This act is progressing rapidly. Stop it! Leave me alone! Get out of my room now! You'll regret that, you little vixen. Good for you, Fifi. Show that guy who's boss. And now she's tired. Listening to music. Fifi looks tired. She's resting in her bed. I guess fighting with Rudy will do that. She has a Victrola as well. Fifi must enjoy listening to music, as you see a Victrola in the back corner of the room. The record doesn't belong to you. Okay. Some pictures on the wall here. A picture is a picture. You see nothing of interest. There's nothing there for you. This game is kind of annoying for a game that wants you to explore everything. It does have somewhat too few custom messages. Hey, wait a second. That looks familiar. Looks like fine cognac. Is that the decanter from before? 2 glasses sit on the table near the cognac decanter. I guess she got it from... Jesus. Okay, change the music. No, she did not get that from Jesus. She got that from the bar downstairs, I guess. What's that? You can't... that's not what I'm trying to look at. I'm trying to look at this, but apparently that's not an option. This is a small dressing room. You notice a pile of clothes on the floor. Notice a pile of clothes on the floor. Search them then. You quickly look through the pile of clothes, but do not find anything of importance. Okay. That's a thing, I think. I don't remember if that's the thing that kills you. Probably not. You wouldn't be caught dead in those clothes. Okay. Well, just a message. Okay, there's actually one other thing you can do with these things here. You can look at them with the monocle. Bending over the cognac decanter, you carefully examine it with the monocle. Yes, here is a clear fingerprint. Well, that is conclusive evidence that somebody, somewhere, sometime has touched the decanter of cognac. This is surprising because... I don't know. It's not like you can correlate the fingerprints to anything. I mean, you don't see enough detail to check the fingerprints that are in the manual. You can't actually compare them at any point. And we don't have Sydney to help us in this game. So, finding these fingerprints is completely pointless, but you still need to do it to get maximum score. How about the glass? 2 glasses sit on the table near the cognac decanter. Apparently, you cannot do anything with that. Wonder who she's planning to drink with, since she has 2 glasses. Could be the Colonel, I guess. Just randomly saving. Actually, since I randomly saved, I guess I can try this again. still an empty closet. Actually seeing that armor reminds me of that note we found in the chapel. Sir Lancelot, it mentioned, was always saluting them. A very old suit of armor with one gloved hand holding a battle axe stands beside the stairway. Although it's well polished, all of its joints are completely rusted. So I wonder if there's some relation between that note and the armor. Well, it is giving us the hint that all of the joints are rusted, and we have an oil can. So let's save, actually. Let's see if we can oil the suit of armor. Which part of the armor would you like to oil? Let's do the arm. Okay. Oops. Got a splitting headache, Laura? That was kind of gruesome, I have to admit. Okay. So, well, that killed us and did not reveal a secret passage. So, it's not King's Quest 6 then, I guess. But there still seems to be something to that oiling thing. What else could we oil? The legs. That didn't accomplish anything. The visor? That didn't do anything either, but maybe now we can open the visor. You carefully open the armor's visor and peek inside. You see a small metal valve handle hanging by a hook inside the armor's helmet. You grab the valve handle. Some weird thing for that to be there. You also see an old yellowed note pasted to the inside of the helmet. Curious about the old note, you read it. It says, "Our dearest daughter Sarah, we knew you would know the look in the armor. This war is terrible. We fear our end is near. In case you're not the only one to find this note, we won't give too much away. Use this valve handle with your favorite water nymph. Don't ever forget. We love you very much. Love forever, Papa and Mama." That's kind of sad. It seems like the parents of Sarah died in the Civil War, and they were trying to tell their daughter something with the note in the chapel in the Bible and the note here. So it seems we have to find Sarah's favorite water nymph and use that valve handle. I wonder, since I oiled the legs. No, I can't. Still says you can't move any part of it. Okay. The clock stopped. That's kind of ominous, actually. Well, I feel it's time to do some more exploring. We don't particularly have anywhere to be right now, so let's just look around outside in some places we haven't been yet. You are standing in front of the old plantation house right by the front door. The front door of the old house is badly weathered. It looks like some interesting knockers. Those are a couple of ghoulish-looking door knockers. Yeah. Beautiful Grecian columns add splendor to the old mansion. You imagine how wonderful it must have looked in its heyday, which was a very long time ago, I have a feeling. Those bushes need tending. A low hedge borders the walkway to the house, while unkempt shrubs surround it and various outbuildings. What a wonderful view of the old plantation house. From here you can almost imagine what it must have been like during its glory days. Almost. A once grand plantation house sits in the center of this lonely bayou island. You can imagine the family that once lived here. The parties, the farming, the hustle and the bustle of a thriving plantation. But now, no more. Now the estate has been reduced to a mere fragment of itself, while the big house and outbuildings have been allowed to deteriorate. It's a shame. There's also a statue here. The statue appears to resemble the colonel in full officer's regalia. Actually, it appears to resemble the figure walking around outside with that hat. Maybe the statue came alive and is killing things, and this is actually secretly a supernatural game. A low hedge borders the walkway to the house, while unkempt shrubs surround it and various outbuildings. Well, we're pushing and pulling everything, so it's too heavy to move. You can't get the statue. That is not clear. Okay. Well, let's keep going south. You are standing at the south edge of the bayou island, looking towards the great old plantation house. An old road runs alongside the plantation's front wrought iron fence. A partially rusted wrought iron fence fronts the property. The wrought iron gate is broken and hangs on one hinge. Okay, I guess you can't close it then. You can't read a sign from behind it, so that's kind of interesting that the game is aware of that. There's some statues here too. No, I mean the eagles or whatever they are. A pair of iron eagles decorate the top of the gateposts. The rusty sign on the front gate reads Misty Acres. That must be the name of the old plantation. Yeah, I figured as much. A weather-beaten dock extends from the island's edge out into the alligator-infested bayou. Toward the center of the island, you can see the old plantation house. Misty bayou water surround this old plantation, cutting it off from the rest of the world. Better watch your step around here. I think that's the same death as we got before. No, but we did get to see Laura falling over hilariously. The thick muck was too much for you. That is a different message, actually. Too bad we didn't have Cedric to warn us about that. Although he would have warned us too late anyway. There's frogs everywhere. Many frogs and turtles live in the bayou. What do you think this is? King's Quest? Again, a reference to King's Quest 4. And you try to kiss the frog. Look, alligator. Vicious gators inhabit the swamp surrounding the island. My parents met an alligator once in South Africa. Or might have been a crocodile, actually. It was called Handbag. See what they did there. It was in a zoo, I think. Can we kiss the alligator? Be reasonable. I don't know. I'm just trying stuff. Old crates are piled at the end of the dock. There's nothing you would want in these old crates. This crate seems to have come from San Francisco, assuming they used those codes back before, you know, commercial aviation was really a thing. I mean, the airplane is only 16 years old, so... No, it is 1924, wasn't it? So it's, okay, 20 years old. Can you walk on this side of the fence? Yes, you can. You're walking along the south edge of the bayou island. An old road runs alongside the old plantation's front wrought iron fence. From here you can see the east edge of the main circular driveway. Not sure if that's actually going to help us much. There's a tree here, not much else though. I think we may have to go back. You're at the southeast edge of the bayou island. The old road and fence have been taken over by the flooding swamp water. Well, I guess the island was bigger. I guess that makes sense, since we haven't really seen much of the plantations. The full moon casts an eerie light upon the ground as you walk the estate grounds. I guess it does that. And I guess we have to go back, unless we can climb the fence. Why would you want to? Just go through the front gate. It would have saved time, that's why. Well, I guess we'll continue exploring the estate in the next video.